All right, so this is the assembly instructional video for the metals exchange. So I've got the parts separated out here in the two different assembly pieces that we're actually going to do here. So the first one being the actual the holder itself, and then there's the portion that slides out that retains the dice and the coins. So we'll get started with the holder portion. So first thing really to notice is there's these etched rings on the bottom of the base piece, or on the base piece itself. So those are intended to be on the bottom. So you want to flip this piece over here, and that's going to coincide with where you put the little felt dots. I think most of them are brown, some of them are white, but they all basically go into those rings there on the base. So you want to have that on the bottom. So we'll start with the base piece, and you want the second piece we need is this inner wall, which is going to have the notches here. It's going to be very similar to one of the outer walls with the little SPG logo on it, but there is a notch difference on that, so you need to make sure we grab the right wall. So this guy here is going to basically snap into these notches, just like that. And like everything else, definitely recommend using glue. And when you're doing those glue ops, I mean, definitely make sure that the glue gets, we like to put it in the valleys of all the different notches, so when you squeeze the two parts together, it kind of oozes out and you can wipe up the excess. So that's the first piece that needs to go in there. And then you're going to put in the actual floor for where the coin and dice will sit later on. So this guy with the etchings up is going to go in just like that, into that, again gluing in all the valleys before you insert that in. And then we're going to flip that on its side here, and we'll put the base piece in now, or the back wall for the drawer. So what's going to happen is this piece is actually going to slide in here, and this will be the stop for it. So again, gluing all the valleys, we're going to line up the notches. There's a little bit of flex in the fit on this, so just kind of wiggle them around until they all line up, and pop it all in. Make sure everything's nice and snug. And flip it on its side here, and we'll do the wall with the SPG logo on it here. So again, gluing all the valleys, kind of get it started, and then move the extra pieces around until everything snaps together, and squeeze it till it's nice and tight there. Flip it up. I should do this wall first here. So this is the other wall with the logo. So that one's just going to snap in just like that. Again, gluing all the valleys, line everything up, squeeze together. And then there's this kind of L-shaped piece here, and that's going to go right here. So we're gluing all the valleys again, and just kind of line it up and work your way across and wiggle pieces around until it all clears, and squeeze it all together. So that's how it goes together. And then we flip it over, you'll have those 4 circles on it. So you just peel the felt off and try and line them up as best as possible, get them right on those outlines. And it's not as critical on this piece to get it lined up. I'm trying to recall if there are on this set. There's a couple where you want to be on the circle to make sure it clears the piece that sits on top of it properly. Get all 4 of those on. So that's the felt pieces. So that portion's done. And you can see this one's kind of loose right now because we're not gluing for these videos, but definitely recommend you do. Okay, so for the second portion of this little assembly portion for the metals exchange, we've got the actual dice holder and coins. And we gave 2 different options for the top piece here, and that's just basically to reflect the different sizes of the dice. I know some of the deluxe versions came with the metallic dice, which I believe are the smaller size, and then a lot of the plastic dice that either come with the game or some of the other sets have the slightly larger one. So match the metals exchange dice to the dice you've got or want to use. And then the other piece would just be an extra. So we'll go and use the smaller one here. And then I believe that there's some additional etchings along this back wall here, and on the base piece with the different periodic elements for the different metals down that will show below the windows when you put this on here like this. So to start with this one, we're going to use this piece with the steps. I'm gonna put glue in the valleys on this, and then this is gonna pop straight down into this. Oh, actually that's the second one we use. Start with this one. Straight down. Get all nice and snug. And then for the opposite side, for the coin holder, we're actually gonna put glue in these valleys here, and we'll put this back wall on. Like that. And we can get this small 4-notch one going. And we're gonna go right here into these 4 notches, and you'll put glue in these valleys. Pop that one in carefully, and then kind of flip it over and hold it there. So now we're gonna take this, and again, making sure that you've got the edges facing to where they'll show through the windows on the bottom there. We're gonna flip this over, and you wanna glue in the valleys on these guys, and then line everything up. And once it's lined up, just kind of squeeze it all together here. Okay. And then glue in the valleys on the sides. Take the shorter pieces, insert those in, pop them in. And same thing here, glue in the valleys, put those in, get it to snap in and get everything nice and snug. Okay. So now what we've got there is the dice and coin retainer. So in storage, this will slide in right here. You can pop it out through the little window in the back, so you can grab it, pull it out, and then that just slides right on top of the etched in instructions right there. So during the gameplay, you can pull the dice out, re-roll them, put them back where they come up. You got the coins there corresponding with the colored dice, and you've got the discards for the medals actually in this slot back here for the card medals. So that's the medals exchange.